roll ons.
Ja, ons rol.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Welcome.
Welcome.
Paul, and welcome, Dolf, and welcome to the poor idiots exposing themselves to this. I'm Ozzy.
I am Paul.
I'm Dolf.
Hello, Dolf.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
We're all three in a band called Ozzy Mars. We're minus a guitarist, otherwise it would have been a full band podcast. So I play rhythm guitar and I sing in the band and write the lyrics. And then I think we all contribute quite a bit towards the music side of it. And other than that, I'm a jeweler. I have my own jewelry business. I am a below knee right leg amputee.
Damn.
Wait, say that again. What's the first word?
Below knee.
What does that mean?
Below
the knee.
I was like, what does baloney mean? Right.
Oh, okay. And then I try to stay active. I recently started BMXing. I bodyboard a bit. I don't go to
We need to talk about that. I need
Yes?
to find out how that works.
Okay.
BMXing.
And then, try to stay active and healthy. Paul, what are you about?
Hi. I like long walks on the beach. As Ozzy's mentioned, we are all three in a band, less one member. I play the bass and do some of the music for the band. And during the day, I am very lucky enough to be also self-employed. Graphic designer, social media guy, if you will. Give me a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, I'll make something nice for you. I have all four limbs and very happy about that. Yeah, that's about as much of me you're gonna get out of me.
All right. My name is Dolf. I'm the drummer in the band. I also do some backing vocals every now and again, and also contribute a bit in writing the music and whatnot. I also play in three other bands, and
You must have those.
yeah, I play in a rock band called Silver Jester. I've been in that band for it's probably almost 5 years now. And I also play in a death thrash metal band called Halvar, and
They are fucking cool.
Yeah, we're releasing our album soon, actually, the 28th of this month, which is like 10 days away, more or less. Yeah,
We were lucky enough to get a few snippets during our last band practice.
yeah,
Very excited.
That's gonna be cool. It's a pity we had to cancel the album launch, but yeah, we'll get to that topic just now. And I also play in a band called Bradley Bath, which is the name of the guy. That's like a little funk soul outfit. And we're also just getting started. So yeah, and then obviously Noisy Moss, but I already said that. And then during the day I give drum lessons. I'm a drum teacher, and I also do some sound engineering work, everything from live gigs to recording bands, mixing, stuff like that.
So if this sounds very good, you know who to thank.
Yeah, and if it sounds
if it
bad,
doesn't?
it wasn't me. And I'm also above the knee amputee.
So the rest of your body is off.
He's just a limb walking around.
he's like a below knee leg walking around here.
Knee, man.
But I really like the idea of streaming the concert. I think the thing would just be to get venues keen on it, because obviously they won't be able to make anything out of it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Even if it's a pay to play, which I don't think a lot of people will do that. I think most people will just do it for free, whatever.
Yeah.
But even if you get paid, it won't be enough that the venue will get anything out of it.
Exactly.
Sound engineer. But I think if everyone maybe decides to play ball, that would be kind of groovy.
I think so. The other thing, of course, is, usually when a band plays and there's a lot of people there to watch the band, everyone's buying drinks and supporting the venue, and that's obviously not going to be able.
Yeah.
There's going to be
the
no
case.
energy
Yeah.
to while playing. There's no energy to feed off of.
It's going to
Which
be
is
like
going to be quite sad
it's
while you
gonna
actually
be very
play.
interesting. I mean, we're talking about doing it for the Halvar album launch, which has been cancelled / postponed. And we're looking at maybe doing that. Not doing a live stream, pre-recording the show and maybe releasing it on the day or something like that. But yeah, it's only talk for now.
Yeah. But I like the idea. I would do that. And I think the energy would be there if you knew what you were doing and if you knew people were watching at home and that this is not something that is done. It's not the way shows are played.
Yeah, not at all.
So it's sort of like we're facing this shitty situation we're in now and sort of doing something cool in it.
Yeah. I think bands should consider doing it. I mean, even if you don't actually get something out of it, I mean, just to show people that bands are willing to go an extra mile, still to be active in terms of performing.
Not just release a music video or two.
Exactly.
Ahead of the album launch, actually playing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, totally. And what's the band called? It's a band called Code Orange. I don't know if you've guys have heard. They're quite a heavy band. I've only listened to a couple of their songs, but they're really good. And they actually did that. I think it was like a few days ago. I'm not sure, but I saw the video today. And they were at the venue that they were going to play at, and there were just no people, but they live streamed the show. Yeah. And everyone, people watched it, and people loved it. So I think there's definitely something
I've
there.
played some shows like that. sound guy, lights, smoke machine, alles, like no people.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Not even anyone at home streaming it.
Knowing this is the best it's going to get.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, those gigs have become a little bit less, but they're still there. I mean, I've still played.
So would Alva then do it at the venue that you would have played at, or just
probably not,
private?
because
of course they would be closed. Eh?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's at Antlas, so I think they're still going to be open on the day. I'm not sure though.
As long as there's less than 100 people.
Our plan was to just do it in the rehearsal space where we rehearse every week, and just to go full on, just mic everything up and do it really properly with some cameras, and I think people would love that too.
I don't remember her name now, but I would actually consider chatting to the lady from Springbok Blues, because she's really invested in the music scene and really passionate. And if you look at the sound guy Breers, who's also like a really cool guy, you never know, because if the work's not there, why don't just do something like that? If you there's nothing, it's like almost like a nothing to lose situation.
Totally, yeah.
So I would consider approaching them.
You probably have to fork out some bucks to cover their efforts, but I mean, you as a sound guy, you could, if you have the equipment, you can do the dirty work.
We might
before and afterwards.
We might just have to pay to use the gear, and then we could just operate it ourselves. So
it's a good idea.
But I'd say approach someone, especially her, and there's other people like that as well. That's just really good sound.
Yeah.
So of course we're having this conversation because of the current situation the bulk of this planet is in, because of the COVID-19 and the lifestyle changes we've had to make because of it. And the major balls up it's turning out to be. I think it's the first time, obviously in our lifetimes, that we see something like this. I think they said there hasn't been anything like this post Second World War.
Yeah, since I think 1918 was the last time.
So it's a crazy thing to be part of, and I guess not that many people have died that it's that much of a tragedy yet, but it certainly is a massive threat and a massive problem.
Yeah.
Have you boys sanitized your hands before you came in?
I actually did right before coming in the door. Yes,
I washed my hands.
I was at an ATM before coming here.
That shit's dirty.
And
I was depositing cash.
Son.
I was like.
The scary thing is we joke about it, but it's very real, man. Actually a joking matter. There's a lot of memes going around, and especially before it was in South Africa, it was just a big joke. A lot of memes going around, videos and WhatsApp groups going crazy. But now that it's actually here and there's people, contracting it right here.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh crap. Okay.
Look, honestly, I think we still need the memes. Okay.
Totally.
I think
make light of it.
I think we need them, and we're going to need them right till the end.
But I think people have realized the severity of it.
Totally.
Now that it's actually on home soil.
Yeah.
It's like don't panic, but we need to take it serious. Totally. And I think we are. I
think what South Africa is actually doing really well in terms of how early we're starting to implement these measures, whereas America, they pretty much waited until the first person died before they started taking action. Where we're taking that action now already, and we haven't had our first death yet.
And in England, the schools are still open.
Yeah. And only now in Australia they're talking about doing it, I think, which is...
So, but if I look at the water crisis we had, what was it like now? So 4 years ago?
Mm.
And if
more recently.
3. Can't be less than 3.
Yeah, probably around there.
But if I look at the way the Western Cape handled that, like there's universities and people and whatever government institutions around the world who have done studies on how Cape Town handled that because we saved ourselves.
Wow, that's pretty
It's
cool.
crazy, yeah. It's really insane. So it's definitely in us, but I think this is just... Okay, the weather is out of your control.
Mm.
But the problem with this thing is that it's something contagious.
Mm.
And I think our biggest threat is poverty.
Totally.
Because those guys, not everyone lives equally hygienic.
Yeah.
They're not as healthy as us because we have healthy lifestyles. We focus on fitness. We eat well. Those guys don't care about it.
But over and above that, basic things like clean running
Exactly.
water.
Yeah. So
we
your hygiene...
get told to wash our hands for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
They can't but they don't have water for 20 seconds.
But as a side note, guys, close the tap after you've wet your hands and open it again to rinse your hands.
No, of course.
I was watching a video clip of Arnold Schwarzenegger this morning. He's showing his little dog how he's washing his hands. And but he leaves the water running the whole time. And I'm like, dude. I'm like, Arnie, I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Come to Cape Town.
Turn off the tap. So, but yeah, I think people are taking it serious. The people panicking are idiots. The people spreading fake news are idiots.
Mm.
So we are unfortunately surrounded by idiots and unhealthy people.
Yeah, we always
that
will be
combined
probably.
with social media and news straight to your phone, you don't know what to believe next.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
who the hell gets their news from Facebook?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
There's always that.
But because I saw something today, I saw the first conspiracy theory today. The first one of like, this is all just about the vaccine. They want us to get the vaccine because so the government invented this that we have to get the vaccine. So and I was just like,
for flu, can you?
and yeah, but vaccines are it's great stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But there's no vaccine for it yet. There's probably not going to be one for months.
At
Speaking
very
of-
least.
I think it takes at least a year.
No, it'll take longer than that because you can develop a vaccine now that'll work, but it needs to be safe for human consumption, and that takes a long time. Apparently, it needs to be put through human trials, and that takes a while. So, or at least that's what I.
Speaking
that's what I
of
read,
conspiracy theories, I follow an account on Instagram. I think it's called Conspiracy Theories something or other.
Yeah,
whatever.
me too.
It's a really cool account. But anyway, it's already got a conspiracy theory on there. They posted it today about coronavirus is actually a man-made virus done by America.
By America, okay.
Developed by the US, targeting China.
Oh wow!
So it's obviously just a warfare thing.
Yeah.
It's them wanting China to basically beg America for help. So,
But
plead for
I
help.
can already tell you why that doesn't make sense.
It's got something to do with
Didn't
the
China's
markets
stocks
and
go
this and
up though?
I'm not sure.
But now
Yeah.
it's back. If this conspiracy is true, please get me understand. I'm not saying this is the truth.
Yeah.
It's just a conspiracy theory. Now the conspiracy theory is that apparently it's backfired and Americans are getting sick and dying. So
But with a virus of this sort, you're gonna know that it's gonna become a global thing. So
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
I
No,
don't
it's
think
a
so
theory.
either. There's another theory that it was man-made in China,
oh yeah.
and that it somehow got out there because one of the biologists or whatever that was working on this virus, let's just say that it is man-made, which is not what I'm saying. Started speaking out about it, and this was a few years ago already. He was like, yeah, they're busy working on this thing, but the public needs to know because if this thing just somehow slips out into the public, it's going to spread over the entire world. And that guy died somehow, mysteriously, apparently. So, but yeah, I also don't know if that's true, but...
Well, I did hear that in Wuhan is where they have their labs where they develop their chemical warfare.
yeah.
But I also it was I don't know which news agency it was that I listened to. I think it might have been CNN or something, where the guy said, but they explained why it's not like it escaped from there by accident. It's something else, and they explained, but I don't remember all the details.
But there's another. Speaking of the start thereof, there's a book. There's actually 2 different books. I've seen posts going around, and it's actual photos of an old book. Can't remember the book now, but anyway, where they highlighted the chapter where this guy in 1991, I think, wrote exactly saying, in 2020 there's going to be a chemical outbreak in Wuhan.
Hectic.
And going to take over the world, blah blah blah. So
It's like all those Simpsons memes you see. I think it's that guy. What's his name? Shit.
There's that, and there's another one where it literally said in 2020 there's going to be a virus that affects your lungs and your whole respiratory system. Respiratory.
Yeah,
it affects that system and then goes away, and then exactly 10 years later it comes back again, and then it will disappear only. But it will kill millions. How true that is, but I mean that's also written years and years ago. So
it sounds a bit like Sino van Rensburg shit. That the biggest worry with this is the economical impact. Because to be quite frank, the one problem this planet does not have is that there's not enough people. We do have a lot of environmental problems and a lot of economical problems, the entire planet. But one problem we don't have is that there's not enough people. So to be quite frank, I reckon if they came up to you and they were like, okay, listen, in the next 2 years, 3 million people are going to drop dead.
Yeah.
But it's not contagious. So, and then I think all governments would be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No problem, no problem, you know. That would be my opinion. I'd be like, great.
Yeah.
Great.
I see what you're saying.
So, the people dying doesn't scare me. The fact that it's contagious, that's the balls up. Right? But if people were just going to drop dead, and there's this amount and that's it, then we could all still go to work.
Yeah.
You know, and we could all still go
live your life.
And the economy wouldn't suffer because people would be doing what they need to do. And if someone drops dead, someone would replace them.
Yeah.
But now people can't go to work. People can't go to where they get their education.
Yeah, it's limiting everything.
Because we're threatened by the fact that it's contagious. If it wasn't contagious, I was like, let them die.
It is a knock-on effect. My girlfriend is a wedding photographer, full-time wedding photographer. She also runs a photography accessory company for the female photographer. We have had, not only her, but a few other wedding photographers have had weddings being cancelled because obviously South Africa does a lot of destination weddings. So people can't fly in anymore, so therefore weddings get cancelled, therefore photographers don't have the work. Therefore my girlfriend's business can't make money out of her business because photographers aren't making money to buy her products. Also for myself, my own business, people can't go to work, so there's no money, so they can't pay me for my services. I luckily work from home, which is fine, but if there's no money coming in, there's no money coming in. Exactly. I can sit and work all through the night.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's God.
To put it lightly. And I mean, I teach at 2 schools, and as of tomorrow, no one is allowed to go back to school until at least the 14th of April, which is just under a month away.
Let's hope it's that quick, though.
Honestly, I don't think it will be. There's a good chance that we will go back on the 14th because we are kind of ahead in terms of our preventions and preparations and whatnot if you compare to the other countries. But I mean, the cases are only going to get more, aren't they? So I think so. Yeah. I don't see it happening, but who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But we're resorting to online teaching now, and luckily,
teaching drums online is not as easy.
It's going to be interesting for sure. Luckily, I have the audio background, so I can make it a little bit more pleasurable than just a onboard laptop microphone and whatnot. But I mean, it's hectic. If this happened, let's say, I don't know, 15 years ago, then that wouldn't have been an option. I don't know. I mean, online live teaching probably wouldn't have been an option back then. So luckily we have the technology. Otherwise we would have been pretty screwed. And here's the other problem we're sitting with. Half of the parents might just be like, let's just wait until we go back to school and then we can start with the lessons again. And then
Yeah.
that's a whole bunch of money we're just not going to get.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have, I guess you could say, regulations in place
Yeah,
that they have to
yeah.
give like a term notice at least. So luckily we have that.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
music teachers would have been pretty screwed. I
And
mean,
your private lessons, you do those?
yeah, I still have a few private students.
And are they still keen?
Two of them have gotten back to me, and they're still going to be coming and whatnot. I mean, I'm not sick, at least I don't think so.
Yeah, and it's, all, it's
And
a
they're
very
not
controlled,
either,
it's a very
so-
controlled environment. So.
Exactly, because they're literally just getting in their car, driving to my
Yeah.
house, getting out, and then being in my house, getting back in the car, going back home. It's not
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be moving through a lot of people, at least.
Are those the numbers?
I've just
Okay,
found
but that's
this-
global.
This is
Yeah.
global, yeah. I can't
deaths
find
last
find
night.
the link now. There is that you showed me earlier.
Yeah, I think
a
in,
live a link with a live update, but
it's under correction this morning in Cape Town. I think it was 16 infections. 16
In
Cape Town alone.
in Western Cape. Sorry,
Shit. Okay.
16.
Well, that's out of 64 in the whole country, I think.
Yeah, so I'm quite curious. I'll check tonight after this if those numbers have changed.
Yeah.
And unless anyone knows how
I know
to
the
get
ESCOM app actually has it on there. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I'm gonna go check
Eskom's a push.
Yeah,
That's another
there
thing
it
we're
is.
fiting is
Oh,
we're
jeez.
trying to keep the lights on.
Oh,
Guys, please
goodness.
keep on listening because we
Oh,
might
it's down.
disappear.
We're
It's
trying to
down to 62. How did that work? Okay.
We're trying to keep the lights on, but we like have to try and stay alive as well. You know?
Oh man.
That's the other fuck up. I mean, like the guys, because Africa is such a South Africa. We've got a lot of drought in this country.
Yeah.
Imagine if this hit us during the drought in the Western Cape. But there's
Yeah.
other
Oh.
places in South Africa going through that.
Yeah, there is.
So it's just shit on top of shit. So it's dry. You don't have electricity.
And you
And-
could die.
Holy shit.
That's not very cheerful, man.
Yeah.
Thank God for the memes.
Something I really don't understand with this whole coronavirus, this whole thing, this whole scare. I understand people should, well, firstly, sanitize and keep it clean. That's a given.
Yeah.
That's a habit, yeah.
That's a habit, yeah. Second of all, stockpiling food and what the fuck, buying toilet paper?
Yeah, we're not there.
Why?
Like,
Why? Just driving on the way here, I saw people walking with toilet paper under their arm.
how much do you shit?
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, it's not a tummy thing. And,
maybe it is.
you
Maybe
know,
we don't know that yet.
Use a newspaper if you have to. But no, emptying out the shops and stuff. I understand you need to keep your stocks up, but it's not, or your house's stock
Yeah.
or stock your cupboards. But
Yeah.
it's really not that bad, is it?
I mean,
or is it just me being?
Well, I went today and I got a case of beer, 8 Guinness, and 2 bottles of wine.
Oh,
but
you're
just,
sorted. Yeah.
That's just because it was on special.
No, but that's just
So
for tonight.
the rest of my week is fine.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think the majority of that people, at least, I don't think they're stocking up because they're afraid of their own safety. I think they're stocking up because they want to stay at home and not leave the house for weeks on end. So they want to make sure they have enough in the
I guess
house.
that makes some sense.
Because I saw this very interesting.
What? Gonna stay at home and cut?
Yeah.
the whole time. Don't stop
whole
shitting. Get that virus out.
I saw this very interesting article where they had 4 simulations, and each of the simulations is this little square box with a bunch of dots on the inside, and on the one simulation, for instance, all the dots are moving, and one of the dots are a different color from all the other. So that dot is the infected dot. So inevitably, it makes contact with some of the other dots, and then they get infected.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty soon, there's 200 dots in this square, and pretty soon, all of the dots are infected. But in time, the infected dots, some of them get recover, some of them recover,
Okay,
and
yeah.
some of them die. But a very like 1 or 2 because it's 200 dots, you know.
Mhm.
And then the other simulation would be as soon as one of the moving dots get infected, they stop moving. And so then there's still other dots moving, but as soon as they get infected, they stop moving. So immediately there's a lot less movement, which in turn showed that it would spread slower, and the recovery slope and the infection slope would actually be a little bit more equal.
Okay.
And then the next one, sure, I can't remember exactly now, but the next one, I think like half of the dots were stagnant the whole time, as in not moving, and the other half were moving, and then as soon as they got infected, they would stop as well. So then the slope was even flatter, more equal, and then the last one was all the dots were just stagnant, and it was heavily in favor of the recovered people. Well, firstly, not as many of the dots got infected, and secondly, the recovery slope was actually what's the word? More positive, I suppose, than the infection slope.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool to me, and it just shows you that the social distancing thing is the best form of defense we have against it right now.
Well, if you're not with other people, you can get infected.
Exactly.
There's nothing else.
I spoke to Anne, our band manager, yesterday, because her and I just started getting to work on getting me these solo acoustic gigs. Him and I had a conversation about it before you joined.
We'll talk about music just now.
I was explaining to you why I want to do that. But anyway, so and we started making progress with it. And then Anne piped up, let's say Tuesday, Wednesday last week, and she was like, you know what, maybe you should cancel them. And I was like, why? Yeah. And she's like, well, this is why. And I'm like, no, man, let's wing it. Let's wing it. Let's see how it goes. The shit hits the fan, I'll cancel like a week or two before the time. Let's wing it.
When are these gigs?
No, we've booked them in. It's when are we now? March, April, May, and June, or May, June, July. I don't remember. Anyway, so I'm not going to cancel them because the shit might, if we're lucky, blow over in a month or two. If we're not lucky, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no one knows.
So
you have to carry on though. You can't.
So then,
exactly.
On Sunday, my brother was here, and we went to go play pool at the pub where I always go play pool, and usually on Sundays. And I sort of became a little bit aware of like it, because it was normal for us. The pool guys walked in, we all shook hands and hugged, and it was normal. We played pool. Some of the guys with the bar queues, I'd share my queue with people.
Yeah.
It was great.
You dirty man.
And then wake up Monday morning to a client of mine who's in England telling me, I can't come back. So, and then I was like, what the fuck, why? And then I listened to the Ramaphosa's whole speech, and then I was like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. So shit got real. So, but I mean, I think that's how I face things in general life. I don't over anticipate any possibility. I humor all the possibilities, and the one that gets thrown in my face is one that goes like, oh, yeah, this one's here. This is real now.
Yeah.
So, but let's see what happens with this. I'm going to get a beer. Can I top someone up?
Yes, please. Let me just take it like a slick here.
So, for those of you who don't know, I've been alcohol-free now for 2.5 months.
That is a big problem.
That is a massive problem.
2.5 months.
2.5 months. Almost 2.5 months.
Nice, man.
Which is the longest I've ever gone without drinking since I started drinking.
What prompted that decision?
A New Year's resolution. And then after that, I sort of just felt like, well, I don't really... I do miss it. Like, I love drinking wine and gin and tonic, whatever, anything really. And I like having a good time. But I was like, oh, well, I've come this far and I don't really need to drink.
Yeah.
So why not keep it going? So then month 2 came and I'm like, oh, okay, well, doing it. So yeah, 2.5 months. And as these boys will know, I drink non-alcoholic beer, which is just brown flat water.
Basically. It's not that flat, it's got some fizz to it.
There's a bit of fizz to it, but it's very sad.
It tastes beer-ish.
Dude, it's
like
not
beer.
bad.
It's beer-flavored sparkling water.
So that's it. I've gone through all of the non-alcoholic beers, and I've now found Heineken Zero is the most beery kind of one.
Okay.
And also less calories.
Yeah.
So that's my problem. So I don't drink anymore, and I lost about 4 kilograms, but I automatically overcompensate on other stuff like eating shit in the evening. Like,
Thank you, Mark.
Well, yes. No, that's in the mornings.
Don't you have a pizza oven at your house?
I have a pizza oven. There's Easter eggs in the cupboard. The kid always has sweets that I fucking devour. So no drinking. I might as well just start drinking again. Oh,
might
shit.
as well. There it is. I know. Shall we get you a whiskey? I'm kidding.
No, I'm just going to start doing hard drugs instead.
Yeah, there we go.
But I must say, I'm pretty good at avoiding sugar. My weakness is I'll have 2 or 3 energy drinks a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. But the sugar-free
What's this,
Red
like
Bull.
Red
No,
Bull,
screw
Monster?
that. I usually have Red Bull or Play. I actually like the taste of Play more.
Play is like
So Red Bull or Play. But I know that's very, very bad for you. But that's the bulk of the sugar that I get in. I bought a pack of sweets, like gummy sweets this week for the first time in probably 2 months. The only reason I have sugar in my house is for my domestic. She likes sugar
Right.
in her tea.
Mm.
I haven't opened that sugar jar once.
Do you still jog? Like
Yes,
park runs
I'm starting to get back into it now with very short distances, like my cripple ass.
and-
So I just take Sarah around the block a couple of times.
Okay.
I think it's one of the two. It's either 250 or 500 meters around the block once, and I'll do that 2 or 3 times. So I'm starting with
Probably
short.
500.
So I'm starting with short distance, but I do want to get back into the park runs and my beach runs and everything. But this year it was just a balls up for me, because in my 22 years that I was employed by other people, it was about, I would say, 19 to 20 years since I had a December break.
Oh yeah.
So having started work for myself, this was the first December that I got a break, and I just took a week and a half off. But all I did was party. It's like
It's a festive season.
it's
you know,
all I did was but you know what? I always tell people, like, people will be like, "Why are you still saving water? You know, why do you do this?" And I said, like, I'd rather make good habits than bad habits.
Mm.
But that's one bad habit.
Yeah.
So now I'm struggling to get back into working out, but I'm taking little steps now. So I'll go for a short run with Sarah. I'll go for a quick BMX ride.
Mm.
I want to now do home workouts. I spoke to someone today extensively about doing body weight training and everything.
Okay.
So I am very
I've
dedicated.
I've decided to start the gym. I've missed the last couple of months.
You can't go to
and
the gym
years.
now.
No, you can't actually go to the. Oh no,
You can't
Dude,
exactly. I was.
Just when I'm.
Here's the
ready
thing,
to
like,
go to the
I want to
gym.
get back into it now, but
you can't go to a public gym. You're fucking mad, bro.
Mens kan nou nie eens meer gaan fucking park run because it's more than 100 people. So
are those cancelled
yeah.
now? Yeah.
well, they must be.
Yeah.
Well, you can
too,
still
by
go for a
law,
beach
yeah.
run, bro.
No, it's fine.
Actually,
I run where I live. I run around the complex,
Yeah,
which is 5
and
kilometers.
I prefer the beach runs, bro. It's like it feels good. I can take my dog with me because I can't take her
Right.
on the park runs because there's other dogs.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Sure. I haven't really.
How's that whiskey treating you?
You're
Nicely?
very nice. What is
It's
this?
a J&B. It's lekker,
Oh,
no?
lacquer. No, it's got this
Mm.
very woody.
The next
taste.
podcast, I'm going to be fucked. Drinking on stage or being fucked on stage.
Nope.
Oh, I hate it.
As you guys know, I used to be in another band. I used to be the drummer,
That's,
and I have
remember to say something about that after you've said what you want to say.
played drunk before. Played drums drunk.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing.
No, dude. No, dude.
Shit.
No ways.
And sometimes I would get to a lacquer level of really grooving it hard and playing lacquer and vibing off the other guys in the band, but then you get to one too many drinks where your arms and legs just do not work
Yeah.
anymore. You're just like, and, then,
Yeah.
and then the other guys are also just wandering too far, and you just But then the crowd likes it, so you know.
Yeah, I mean the crowd likes the energy. I think because obviously you loosen up.
You
when
lose your
drink.
inhibitions.
So,
You're like,
you just go for it, you know. But
But when you start missing a crash, then
Oh,
you
dude.
know, then you fucked.
in my early days of gigging, which is not too long ago, I suppose.
because you're like 12 years old.
Yeah, but I have played quite a few shows, and this one was one of the first few that I've played. And honestly, it was like 2, 3, maybe 4 shows that I was playing with the one band I was playing at the time, which is Silver Jester. And I was like everyone else in the band was having a few drinks, and everyone in the crowd was obviously having quite a few drinks, and everyone was partying. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have a few drinks as well. And I very quickly realized that no ways am I ever playing drums drunk again. It's just not. It doesn't work. I mean, if you're a vocalist, I'd say that's another thing. But if you have to keep time super precisely, you need to be present. I just couldn't do that.
And if you're not tight, and if you're not present and up it,
yeah,
then your rhythm section's off.
exactly.
and then
You're the pulse of the whole band.
Exactly.
So if the drummer
Yeah.
isn't playing
Yeah.
tight, the whole band doesn't sound
Yeah.
good. And that's what people fail to realize. Dave Grohl says this in probably like every interview he does. It's like, good drummer, good band. Great drummer, great band.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. Yeah.
I see. Like I always find that you might have noticed I always go on stage sober, but I usually leave the stage a little drunk.
Yeah.
Because I cannot get on a stage and play. I also can't sing when I'm drunk. I can't sing or play guitar when I'm drunk.
Playing guitar is really
Plus,
hard.
I've got
when you
the
have a few
disadvantage
drinks,
of like I have to move around to put on a show for the people, and I'm a
Yeah.
little crippled.
Yeah.
So you know, yeah.
So you're off balance
and,
already.
and we're on small stages with shit everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but so I'll have a couple of drinks before I go on stage, but make sure that I'm sober. But then on stage I'll hit it. You know?
Right.
And then for some reason I manage. You know, I only realize I'm drunk when I get off the stage.
Right. Yeah.
But that's part of the show. You giving, you enjoying it, and you enjoying it the more you carry on with the show, and people they also sit and listen to you and drink and get.
It's kind of like I'm partying with them
Exactly.
now.
Yeah,
I didn't go
exactly,
on
yeah,
stage drunk
Yeah.
and I'm playing a cuck show.
Yeah.
I went on stage and now I'm partying with you.
Yeah.
You know, So
People like that.
So your music gets cucker with like. The music gets cucker, but the people listening don't care the further you go on.
One thing one of my pet peeves right now, and I don't know if it's right to feel this way, but playing a gig and then having people in the crowd buy me shots really irritates me.
yeah, see, I love it.
The thing is, I don't want to drink at gigs. Okay, for me, I want to play as well as I can. Like I really enjoy just playing as well as I can and putting on a really tight show.
Buying you shots afterwards or during?
No, during the show.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm. This is talking about cover gigs now.
Yeah, like
which
a
are
3
generally
hour.
like
Okay, now
3
that I
hour gigs.
understand. That I understand. Yeah.
But and the other reason is I'm driving, so I don't want to take that risk of being pulled over and being thrown in a
That's
cell.
another thing, zero tolerance from like June or July.
That's why I usually
Yeah.
try to avoid
It's
driving.
Zero
So
tolerance.
Driver.
it's hard when you have a drum kit that you have to lug around.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I don't know. That just really gets to me because the person would buy the whole band shots. And I would be like, thanks, man, but no thanks. And I would like give it back to them, and they would always, obviously, not want it back.
Yeah, but
And
see,
then
that's
it's
also
a very
and then
uncomfortable
you-
situation. and that
Yeah,
You
but
come
that's just
across as the
rude.
douchebag.
That's just rude. Respect the guy who doesn't want the shot.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. I mean, I didn't ask for it in the first place, but yeah, I don't know why that irritates me so much, but
No, that
It's,
makes sense why that irritates you.
yeah, it's
But I'm looking forward to being able to book gigs again.
yeah.
I'm doing a lot of work on my own to improve myself as a musician.
Mm.
So I think when we get together again, then certainly I will have a little bit more to contribute. I've been going since I think it's November. That's right, I've got to interrupt myself. Because I'm a singer, I never clear my throat. I rather
Yeah.
cough.
Okay,
Because clearing your throat's really bad for your vocal cords.
it is actually. They
But now-
recommend you to do what?
No, I cough. I go like, you know. So now,
That works
now,
first,
but now, currently, standing in a shop and I want to.
Shit.
Not a chance. Yes.
So, but anyway,
While you're buying toilet paper.
yeah. But yeah, I've been going for vocal training with this chick Michelle. I think only her knows how to pronounce his surname.
Pineda.
Pinata. No, that was unintentional.
And she's really professional, and it's really been an eye opener for me because I've always been careful of vocal training, so that I want to sing like me, not like what someone's telling me to do.
Right.
But fortunately with her, that's not the case at all. And she's very professional. I'm really enjoying it. And every lesson, she tests my vocal range. And both of us have been so impressed with the improvement. And since the first lesson, she couldn't believe what was going on. And then from there, we keep on improving.
Wow.
She's like, wait, you're supposed to drop a bit, then you'll go back up, but you just keep going up. And I'm like, great. But still, if I'm in the car singing along to something, I always think like, yeah, maybe I'm accurate. But I'm not as pretty as this guy's voice, you know. But and it's very difficult in the band to explore my voice
Yeah.
because
Also-
there's a lot of noise,
yeah, that's
especially
true.
live because we
Especially.
play small stages.
Yeah.
So I got both guitar amps. That thing we discussed last time about lining them out instead of miking them up.
Right.
We got to start looking at that.
Okay.
I got a massive drum kit behind me, 2 massive guitar amps next to me. Doesn't matter how good my monitor is, I'm struggling. So
Okay.
it's really difficult to explore my voice.
Mm.
So then I got this idea. That's why I started speaking to Anne about getting these solo acoustic gigs.
Yeah.
To build up my confidence. Because my problem with playing solo acoustic is I'm not a great guitarist.
Mm.
But I realized if you deliver the vocals in a certain way, you get everyone's attention and they dig it and they're listening.
Yeah.
So I can go play a 3-chord song. If I sing it in a way that I make them feel something, which is something I realized I can't actually get to,
Yeah. Totally.
that's very good.
Mm.
So go play these shows. Go learn new covers because you learn a lot of covers. You learn a lot when you're singing to a song that you didn't write.
Yeah.
And especially the 2 covers that I'm working on now is
Foo Fighters.
Which one?
Times Like These.
Times Like
Nice,
These.
dude.
And Demon Hunter, Dead Flowers. Now both of those songs go.
Sorry, you have to show me how you play Times Like These. Because I know how to play the acoustic
Yeah,
properly.
I think I'm still cheating a bit, so you can maybe help
but
me
it's
there.
easy. I'll show
I
you.
know, yeah. But and both of those songs go very high.
Mm? Wait, are you playing a Demon Hunter song?
Yeah.
Hell yes, man.
Dead Flowers, and Dead Flowers, actually, it starts off like not very low, but lowish, and then goes very high, and then there's a key change, and the key change is higher.
Oh my goodness.
So it's really pushing me.
Yeah.
So go play these shows, do that, and it's only going to contribute to the band.
Totally. Yeah, you're not going to lose anything by doing that.
But I must say also, Punt van 'n Cirkelman,
Yeah,
Mm.
one of the new tracks.
the pitch on that is a little bit out of my comfort zone.
It is, and it's consistently at that pitch, right?
Yeah.
So that's honestly, that is, in my experience, harder to do than a song that's kind of lowish and then every now and again spikes up really high.
Yeah, so I'm really working on challenging myself as a vocalist.
But I'm very impressed with you, actually,
Oh,
young man.
Stop it.
So
Stop it.
No, but for real, I have to agree with Paul. Like, ever since we started jamming, which was what, April last year, around about there, your range has increased, and the seemingly easiness that you are projecting and belting is very apparent. And I can hear it in my in-ears, you know. It's really there, and it must be the vocal coaching and just you
It's-
actually practicing and singing and whatnot.
it's that, but overall, Ozzy as a muso, as a songwriter, as a singer, guitarist. I've been playing with Ozzy now for 5-6 years, on and off, between playing acoustic guitar with him, playing bass now, obviously, playing a djembe, I don't know. Ozzy's really come a long way, and I really you're working hard. You've had a lot of time recently to work on your music, and it's coming through. Definitely. And I think
these new songs, man.
yeah, but I also think Ozzy's style, even though you're great acoustic and you're very good at punk, you're a diehard punk rocker. I think the music that we're writing today and the style that we're playing it, and the style that we are playing it in with a full band, electric guitar, 2 electric guitars, drums, bass, that's where you should be.
But that,
Totally.
That's you are like flourishing.
Yeah, you see,
in
but that I can only contribute to the band that I have. Because our songs are, like all of the old stuff, I love everything. But the new stuff, I won't say I love it more, but it certainly got me more excited. That first time that I came to you guys and we started work on the 3 new songs.
Yeah.
That was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was really special.
But I must say the entire band is just drenched in talent. And but when it comes to, this is something you guys might not have known, but when it comes to the like, for instance, taking the old songs, let's take Cover Up as an example. Song I wrote years ago, before I even met you. Like, so let's say that song is like 8 years old, right? And it was written basic as shit. And I like basic shit, you know, but what it is now is a different beast. And the biggest contributor to the structure of that song was Paul,
yeah,
the bassist.
nice.
Yeah.
At band practice, he would be like, guys, I think we should do this. He came up with the riffs, those instrumental riffs,
Yeah,
the bridge riff, and even the riff over,
yeah,
like, you know,
like a bowl.
and then there's song,
Yeah, up to-
hey, corona.
Ek wil net gaan my handjie kan sê.
And you've done the same. You've been like, guys, I think we should do this here. So structure-wise, actually the rhythm section is contributing more. I'll come with a basic structure. I've got the verse, chorus, bridge, blah, blah. But when it comes to the structural nuances, like the rhythm section of this band contributes the most. And
Stefan tells you to make it rather in minor.
but
Basically.
his ear for that is amazing.
Yeah, he's got an insane.
It's amazing. He'll be like, that should be that chord. And you know me, I just want to try. I want to try it 2 or 3 times. But he's always right.
But listen, let's just fanboy about Stefan for a bit here. The guy's amazing. He's a genius, man. He's so good, and he's almost like the last step in the writing process. Like everything we decide and we decide to do in the song has to go through him as a last step almost.
Yeah.
And that's a really good process.
Yeah,
Because he knows his stuff and he's listened to a lot of music and
Yeah.
he has a very credible opinion when it comes to what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, his ear for melody. It's like
It's amazing, and he's a great player, obviously, as well as a result.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think we're gonna wrap this up, eh?
Yeah, well,
Go listen to it. Go listen to our music.
Yeah.
Okay. Our music's on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Google Play, wherever you listen
all
to
platforms,
it. Wherever you listen
YouTube,
to it,
everything.
go hear it. That's Ozzy Mars, and go listen to it. And this is the rhythm section and me.
Yeah, and
Tonight.
we'll link the music in the description below
Yeah.
and all that jazz, just for your easiness and convenience.
And please, guys, stay home, stay safe.
Yeah.
Wash your fucking hands. Asseblief.
Yeah.
Don't get dead. Wipe your ass with all that toilet paper you have.
Yeah, don't get all panicky, but this is still serious.
Next, the next episode of this, we're still looking for a name for this podcast.
Oh, that's
so-
true. Eh? Maybe we should do a poll.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I
We'll
think when the
find
mics are off and.
Yeah.
And there's the dog.
And there's the doggy. She's
But thanks for
calling.
listening.
Yeah.
I thought about OMTS.
Umts.
Ozzy Mars talk shit.
That's great.
Yeah, why not?
We'll figure it out. Okay, guys. Thanks for listening. Paul, Dolf, donkey.
Dankie, Ozzy.
Cool,
Dolf,
thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.